Hello viewers, we have already done with the basics of mixtures and alligations, and we have done few problems in the previous class. In this class, we are going to look at few more problems based on mixtures and alligations. Two equal vessels are filled with mixtures of water and milk in the ratio 3:4 and 5:3. So in the first one, water and milk in the ratio 3:4. In the second one, 5:3. Water and milk ratio is 5:3. If the mixtures are poured into the third vessel, instead of saying mixing, he is saying you are pouring these two mixtures in the third vessel. The meaning is you are mixing these two mixtures. The ratio of water and milk in the third vessel will be, every time he said water and milk only, so order does not change here. So first one, water and milk, mixing them in equal quantity, therefore N1 is to N2 is 1:1 only. We can actually do it in different ways. First, we know N1 is to N2 is 1:1 only. I am taking water here. In the first one, what is the ratio of water present in terms of ratio, in terms of fraction? So 3 parts out of total 7 parts. Then after 5 parts out of totally 8 parts. Therefore, I would say N1A1 that is 3/7 plus N2A2 that is 5/8 divided by 1 plus 1. 24 plus 35, 59, 56 into 2 that is 112. So water is 59 and remaining 53 is milk. So if I ask you what is water is to milk ratio, 59 parts out of 112 parts of water, then the remaining is milk, that is 53. Together they make 112. So answer is 59 is to 53. If you wish to do completely in terms of fractions, milk in the water in the first one, 3 out of 7. What is the water in second one? 5 out of 8. I am taking water in the numerator. Now in the denominator of this fraction, you take milk. 4 out of 7 plus 3 out of 8. LCM is in numerator and denominator, both LCM is 56, 56. So I am going to cancel 56. So directly you can cross multiply like this, 3 into 8, 5 into 7. So it is 24 plus 35. 56, 56 anyway gets cancelled. This is 32 plus 21. So water and milk ratio is 59 is to 53. The other way of doing it by taking the values. Take a value which is multiple of this part, 3:4, 5:3. 7 parts, 8 parts, take 56 liters. In this 56 liters, what is water and milk in the first one? 7 parts now. So each part is 8. So 3 8s are 24, 4 8s are 32. This is water and this is milk in the first one. So second one also, if you look at 8 parts is 56 means each part is 7. So 5 7s are 35, 3 7s are 21. Therefore, how many liters of water is there in the third vessel? 59 liters of water, 53 liters of milk. Even if you find only water, you get to know that 56 means 56 in 2 vessels because equal capacity 112. You only find out what is water in it. We got water is 59 liters. Obviously out of 112, if 59 is water, remaining 53 must be milk only. Look at the next sum. A mixture contains wine and water in the ratio 3:2. Another mixture contains them in the ratio 4:5. So the first mixture contains wine and water given. Second mixture also contains wine and water given as 4:5. Is asking you how many liters of the latter. Latter means the second mixture must be mixed with 3 liters of the former, which means the first. Former means the first. 3 liters of the first one mixed with how many liters of the second one. He is asking you what is N2, so that the resulting mixture may contain equal quantity of wine and water. Let me write it. First 3 liters N1, X liters N2, we don't know. But what is wine and water? Wine and water is 3:2 in this one. In the second one 4:5. In the mixture it is 1:1. Wine and water. You can't take both at a time, so you take either wine or else you take water. So here I am taking wine. 3x. Wine is 3:5. The second one it is 4:9. In this one it is 1/2. If you take values as it is as a fraction, it's okay. Or else if you wish to multiply it by 5 into 9 into 2, you can multiply it. Suppose if I multiply 5 into 2 into 9, just multiply it with 5 into 2 into 9, this becomes what? 5 cancel, 18 3s are 54, 9 cancel, 5 2s are 10, so it is 40, this one is 45. Now 3 and x. The formula says n1 d1, that is 3 into, the difference between them is 9, is equals to x into, difference between them is 5. So latter is how many liters? You can say 27 by 5. That's 5 2 by 5 liters. So how many liters of the latter must be added? 5 2 by 5 liters of latter must be added. This is a typical example of mixtures and alligations, where you are mixing the first one, second one, you are getting the third ratio is also given. He is asking you how many liters of the second mixture must be mixed. So it is into he is asking. The ratio of the land and water on the whole earth is 1:2, and it is 2:3 on the northern hemisphere, and the ratio of the land and water on the southern hemisphere. So here, instead of telling mixture, he is giving you the whole of earth and northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. If you look at the whole earth, area wise, northern hemisphere, NHS I will write, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, they occupy equal areas. Therefore, you are actually mixing them in 1:1 ratio. So you are mixing them in 1:1 ratio. So I will take it 1:1 ratio. 1 1. Now see, the ratio of land and water on the whole earth is given as 1:2, and on the northern hemisphere it is 2:3. This is 2:3, this is 1:2. Now what is this ratio he is asking you? What is missing here? Clearly A2 is missing. So first of all, I have to take a fraction here. It looks like 1. 2 by 5, I am taking land. This I don't know, let it be x. Here 1 by 3. 1 into the difference is 2 by 5, 1 by 3. So 2 by 5 minus 1 by 3 gives me 6 minus 5, so which is 1 by 15 is equals to, if 2 by 5 is more, x must be less, 1/3 minus x. 1 by 15, because 6 minus 5 is 1, 1 by 15 is equals to 1 by 3 minus x. So x is equals to 1 by 3 minus 1 by 15 is 4 out of 15. So here 5 minus 1, 4 out of 15. So I would clearly say if it is 4 out of 15, if land is 4 out of 15, then what is water? Land is to water is 4 out of 11. Here I am finding A2. Another way of finding A2 by using values. I take northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere and the whole earth. Assume the values for ratios. Look at the ratios given. 3 parts, 5 parts. Take any number which is a multiple of 3 and 5. Multiple of 3 and 5 is 15. I am taking there are 15 units of land. Northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. On the whole of earth it is 30. Now land and water in this, in the whole earth. Divide into given ratio 1:2, 2:3. Divide 15 in 1:2 ratio. So whole of earth is 1:2 ratio, this is 2:3. Whole earth is 1:2. 5 parts is 15 means each part is 3. Therefore land is 6, water is 9. 3 parts is 30 means each part is 10. Therefore 10, 20. I would say 6 plus something must be 10 because whole land is 10. On the northern hemisphere it is 6. 6 plus how much is 10? 4. 9 plus how much is 20? 9 plus 11 is 20. Therefore, on the southern hemisphere, land and water ratio is 4:11. Very, very important sum here. In an alloy, zinc, copper are in the ratio 1:2. In the second alloy, the same elements are in the ratio 2:3. if these two alloys are mixed to form a new alloy in which two elements are in the ratio 5:8, the ratio of these two alloys in the new alloy is. So he says if these two alloys are mixed to form a new alloy in which two elements are in the ratio 5:8. Okay. So he is asking you the ratio of these two alloys in the new alloy is. So you need to find out what is N1:N2. The first one, he is asking you zinc and copper. What is zinc? Only you take zinc, it is 1/3. What is zinc in the second one? I would say it is 2/5. If these two alloys are mixed to form a new alloy in which two elements means zinc and copper, 5:8 means you can say 5/13. I am concentrating only on zinc, right? You can multiply everything with 3 into 5 into 13. Instead of solving it in fraction, I can solve it in values. I would say 3 cancels, so 5 into 13, 65. I am multiplying everything with what? 3 into 5 into 13. So 13 into 5 will be left out, it will be 65. In the second case, 3 into 13, 39 will be left out. So 39 into 2 is 78. Here only 3 into 5, 15, therefore it is 75. I would say N1:N2 ratio would be, this is 3 parts, this is 10 parts. You are mixing both of them in the ratio 3:10. Can I get by taking it copper? Yes. Okay. You can also take copper instead of it, then also you will get the answer. So you can try it by taking copper. When you take copper, what is A1? 2/3. What is A2? You will get 3/5. What is capital A? 8/13. You can take it by using copper also. Look at this question. Question says a liquid P is 1/3/7 times as heavy as water. So P is given as 1/3/7 is 10/7 as heavy as water. And he says water is 1/2/5. 1/2/5 is 7/5. Water is 7/5 times of liquid Q. Can I say liquid Q is equals to 5/7 times of water? So I would say 5/7 times of water. The amount of liquid P must be added to 7 liters of liquid Q. How many liters of P must be added to Q? 7 liters of Q. Now what is A1? It is 10/7 of W. Must be added to liquid Q so that the mixture may weigh as much as an equal volume of water. So this is 5/7 of water. It should be equal volume of water means W. Now multiply everything by 7/W. W get cancels. You just multiply it with 7. So what you are going to get? X and 7. This is 10. This is 5. It's going to be 7. So the formula says N1, that is X. Difference between these two is 3. N2. Difference between these two is 2. So X is equals to 14/3 is 4/2/3. So how many liters? 4/2/3 liters of the mixture. Next one, A and B are two alloys of gold and copper prepared by mixing metals in the ratio 5:3 and 5:11 respectively. Equal quantities of these alloys are melted to form a third alloy C, the ratio of gold and copper in the third alloy C. So here when they say equal quantities, this is also a kind of mixture 5:3. We have seen a lot of problem based on this. You take any number which is a multiple of this 8 and 16. Take 16, how much gold and how much copper? 8 parts is 16 means each part is 2. Therefore take 10, 6, 5, 11. What is gold in the resulting mixture? 15. What is copper? 17. So he is saying gold and copper in the first one is 5:3, second one is 5:11. In the mixture it is 15:17. You can also use it by taking 1:1 ratio, or else you can take it by finding directly into ratios. Into ratios means 5/8 plus 5/16. This is gold in first one, gold in second one. What is copper in the first one? 3/8. Copper in the second one, 11/8, 11/16. That's all. Okay, here also you will get the same answer. Next one, alcohol water in two vessels A and B are in the ratio 5:3 and 5:4 respectively. In what ratio the liquids in both the vessels be mixed to obtain the new mixture in the vessel C in the ratio 7:5. So, is asking you simply N1 is to N2. You take any one of it, you will get the answer. You can take the smaller one. You can take 3 by, I am taking water ratio in both of them, 3 by 8, second one is 4 by 9, last one is simply 5 by 12. I can just multiply it with the LCM of 8, 9, 12, that is 72. Multiply it with 72, what you are going to get? 72 means 8 9s are, so 3 9s are 27, 9 8s are therefore 32, 12 6s are therefore it is 30. The difference is 2 here, difference is 3. So, in what ratio you must add them? You must add them in the ratio 2:3. I am multiplying everything with what? I am multiplying everything with 72. How do I get this 72? The LCM of all the denominators. LCM of 8, 9, 12, 72. So, just do LCM of all the denominator and multiply it with the LCM. You will get the answer. Two vessels A and B contain milk and water mixed in the ratio 8:5 and 5:2 respectively. The ratio in which these two mixtures be mixed. These two mixtures to be mixed means N1 is to N2 ratio he is asking you, so that you get the new mixture containing 69 3/13% milk. See, milk is huge here, 69 3/13, but there is no rule that I have to take milk, so I am going for water. So, how much is water? If milk is 69 3/13, subtract this from 100, you will get 30. 3/13 means you just add 10/13 to it. So, 10/13, this is the percentage of water we are going to get. Convert it into a improper fraction, that is 400/13 as a percentage. As a percentage it is 400/13, but as a fraction it becomes 4/13. So, how much water is there in this? 4/13 parts of water is there in mixture. Now, vessel A and vessel B, first of all take water in it. Water in the first one is 5 out of 13. Water in the second one is 2 out of 7. Water in the last one is, the mixture is 4/13. You multiply everything with 13 into 7, 91. Why am I multiplying it with 13 and 7? Because the LCM of 13 and 7 is just simply 13 into 7. So, if I multiply it with 13 and 7, 13 cancel, 5 7s are 35. 7 cancel, 13 2s are 26. 13 cancel, 4 7s are 28. In what ratio you must mix them? This is 2, this one is 7. So, you just need to mix them in the ratio 2:7. Two casks of 48 and 42 liters are filled with mixtures of wine and water. The proportions in the two casks being respectively 13:7, 18:17 of the contents. If the contents of the two casks be mixed and 20 liters of water is added to the whole, what will be the proportion of wine and water in the result? See here, you are adding these two to 20 liters of water. So, I would take, it is 48 and 42, finally 20. Here I am considering wine and water, he says. I am preferring wine here. So, what is wine in the first one? Wine in the first one is 13 out of 20. What is wine in the second one? 18 out of 35. What is wine in the last one? It is simply 0. Can I simplify this? Yes, you can simplify. 4 12s are 4, 2 24s are 2 21s are 2 10s are. Multiply it now. N1A1 gives you 24 into 13 by 20 plus 21 into 18 by 35. Anyway, you are going to get third one as 0. 24 plus 21 plus 10 is 55. Make it simple by taking it. 4-5-𝗧, 4-6-𝗧, 7-3-𝗧, 7-5-𝗧. So 5 comes down. 55 into 5 is 275. In the numerator, you're going to get 13 into 6, 78. Plus 18 into 3, 54. Together, we are going to get 132. Cancel it in 11 table. I would say 11 25-𝗧, 11 13-𝗧. So how much wine is there? Wine is 13 parts, therefore water is 12 parts. So wine and water in the ratio, this 11 12-𝗧, therefore wine is 12 parts, water is 13 parts. Wine is 12 parts, water is 13 parts. Answer is B. Here 11 12s, 11 25s. The moment you get it here, 12 parts is wine means the rest of the 13 parts will be water there. A vessel of 40 liters, this is purely percentages, but still it is related to the mixtures and alligations only. A vessel of 40 liters is filled with milk and water. 75% of milk and 35% of water is taken out of the vessel. It is found that the vessel is vacated by 60%. So find the initial quantity of milk and water. See, if you take out 75% of milk and 35% of water, the vessel consists both milk and water, which means if you add 75% of milk and 35% of water in this quantity N1 and N2, or else N1 and N2 is milk and water, and A1 is 75, A2 is 35%. You get 60% of the volume. Everything is by used on the weight. So it's not the concentration, it is weight here. A1 is 75%, A2 is 35%, your capital A is 60%. Now, tell me what is N1 is to N2. This is 25, this one is 15. You are adding them in 5:3 ratio. Out of 40, 8 parts is 40 means each part is, here itself you can say 25, 15 means 40 liters. So 25 liters of milk, 15 liters of water. I don't need to divide them because they are already properly existing values. 25 and 15, even if you mix them, it will be 40 liters. The ratio in which tea costing 192 rupees per kg is to be mixed with tea costing 150 per kg, so that the mixed tea when sold for 194.40, it gives a profit of 20%. It gives the profit of 20% means it is actually a question of profit loss, but related to mixtures. Here, if you sell them, you get 20%. First, find out the cost price of the mixture. I would say cost price of the mixture into 20% increase means 120 by 100 must be equal to 194.4. 0 anyway cancel. Cancel it in 12 table. 12 1s, 12 1s, 12 6s, then again 2s. So if 10 goes there, this point also, this point goes, it becomes, you want the mixture to cost 162. But what is the first type? Is 192 rupees per kg. Second type is 150. What is the mixture cost? 162. Therefore, the difference here is 12. Difference here is 30. Ratio must be 2:5. You are adding them in the ratio 2:5. So this must be mixed in the ratio 2:5. A took 2 loans altogether 1200 from B and C. This is actually simple interest and compound interest, but actually uses the logic of mixtures and alligation. B claimed 14% simple interest per annum, while C claimed 15% per annum. The total interest paid by A in 1 year. Find out what is 14% on 1200. Find out 14% on 1200. What is 14 12s? Multiply 14 into 12 here. 14 2s are 28. Then after 168. Find out 15% of 1200, that is 15 12s are 180. You are going to get 172. So find out whole amount. If I give it for 14%, I am going to get 168. Whole amount if I give it for 15%, I am going to get 180. But I am getting 172. Therefore, you are actually mixing them in the ratio 8. Here 4. Put together 12 parts. 12 parts is 1200 means each part is 100. 800 you are giving it to B, 400 you are giving it to C. This also actually related to simple interest and compound interest. Arun lends 20,000 to two of his friends. He gives 12,000 to first at 8% simple interest. Arun wants to make a profit of 10% on the whole, the simple interest rate at which he should lend the remaining sum of money to the second friend. Out of 20, first fellow is getting 12,000, second fellow must get 8,000. I'm not interested in these zeros because it's going to be the same, because you want to find out the simplest value. So first fellow 8%, Arun wants to make a profit of 10% on the whole, let the second fellow be X. So here what is missing? A2 is missing. You can simplify it further. You are mixing them in 3:2 ratio. So I want 3, the difference is 2. 2 minus 10, because here 8 is less, therefore X must be more. 2 cancel, so X is equals to 13%. He must lend the second sum, that is 8,000 at 13%. So here nowhere we are finding the direct values, we are just applying the formula of mixtures and allegations, you are getting the answer. In this mixtures and allegations, we have seen how mixtures and allegations are used in percentages, averages, profit loss, ratio proportions, even in case of simple interest and compound interest. We have solved so many examples where two groups are mixed. The result can be average, result can be in percentages, result can be in ratios. We have done more examples so that you can do it better. So that's all for this class. Thank you.